Now that we've drawn every element of our press set, let's assemble it. First, we'll open the New Assembly tab, and we're starting by opening its base. For doing so, we're habilitating Insert Component, and we'll go to the folder where we've saved that part, and we're selecting it. That being done, the selected part will be added to our 3D environment. Now we're opening the rods, selecting Insert Component again and choosing the desired part. Now we're adding it to a reference point in our base. As there are two rods on our set, we're clicking on the Components tab. We're selecting the piece that we're going to copy and then selecting the option Insert Part or Assembly. After that, just select the reference point. As we have more parts than the Canon set, we're adding each part on their exact place instead of adding them all at once. Starting with the rod, we're habilitating Concentric Mate, which will use the center of the selected circles as a reference to keep the pieces aligned. That being done, we're habilitating Coincident Mate, and we're selecting the parts' faces so they can be together, just like this. Now we're repeating the restrictions to the second rod so we can add more parts later. Back to the assembling, we're inserting the upper plate that will be docked above the rods. It will have the same restrictions as the rods, the concentric and the coincident mate. The concentric mate will be applied to both holes, while the coincident mate will be present at the bottom. After restricting the par as a whole, we're adding the spindle by clicking on Insert Component. The spindle will be restricted on the threaded hole on the upper plate with the concentric mate. Now we're adjusting the height with the concentric mate, selecting the reference faces, and adding 15 millimeters on the Distance tab. We're adding the chape to our set. Remember that little part that goes on the spindle? That one. So we're restricting it with the same mates, using the concentric mate to keep the center alignment and the coincident to keep them together. And now we're adding the last piece we've drawn to start with the library parts, right? We're adding the handle. That part is located at the upper side of the spindle. First, we're using concentric mate, selecting the center axis, both the hole and the handle. Then we're using the coincident mate's restriction a bit differently because we're using one of the faces to center the handle to the fuse, making it symmetric. We'll select the handle's face and select the upper plate's face, which will reference our restriction. Now, let's calculate the measures so the handle can be centered. Knowing that our plate is 85 millimeters long and that the handle is 90 millimeters long, there's a difference of 5 millimeters. Dividing it by 2, we'll have 2.5 millimeters. So now we know that the handle must have a misalignment of 2.5 millimeters concerning the plate's face. So that's it for this video. On our next one, we'll be taking a look at how to add the library components, such as nuts and bolts. Well guys, that's it for today. Remember to subscribe, click the notification bell to receive our alerts for our weekly training videos.